Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us after a very interesting Miss Universe pageant. I'm Alex Rose. Now, first tonight, a federal mandate could put a strain on the trucking industry. In 2 years, drivers have to move from paper to electronic devices to log their hours. But some Vermont truck companies are already using the digital method and say it's frustrating. Local 44's Rachel Aragon starts us off. Thank you for that, Rachel. Trucking companies must pick up the cost of the electronic devices, which can run around $1,000 a piece. Now, a Northfield resident is under investigation for alleged animal cruelty. The Vermont Humane Federation, along with other agencies, assessed the health and conditions of over 40 animals, including 20 dogs and 6 cats. The multi-agent team seized 8 horses from the property, which were found seriously underweight and in need of urgent care. They are currently receiving ongoing care at several undisclosed locations.
8 of the horses needed to receive some veterinary care and nutritional support immediately. So they were taken under the warrant that was got by Northfield Police Department.
The Vermont Humane Society says there is a serious need for experienced foster homes to house and care for animals that are victims of cruelty and neglect. Now, a man faces a judge tomorrow after turning himself in to Rutland police, saying he shot a woman last night. 33-year-old Michael Filanuk is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. A little after 8, emergency personnel responded to a report of a woman being shot at the Green Mountain Shopping Plaza in Rutland Town. Police say there doesn't appear to be a motive or sign that the two knew each other. The victim was treated and released from Rutland Regional Medical Center for a gunshot wound in her right arm. Filanuk remains at Marble Valley Correctional with bail set at $50,000. Now, Burlington police are looking for 2 men they say robbed the Pine Street Cumberland Farms this morning. They say it happened just after 1. The 2 men came into the store, showed a weapon, and demanded cash. A third suspect stayed outside to be what police say the lookout. The store clerk wasn't hurt, according to police. Now, take a good look at these surveillance pictures. Police are describing both suspects as about 5'9", thin, both wearing masks, and both with dark-colored skin. Call Burlington Police if you have helpful information. Now, a covered bridge in Waterville on the National Register of Historic Places now has extensive damage. Vermont State Police say a driver crashed into the bridge on Cotting Hollow Road yesterday and drove away without reporting it. The bridge was built back in 1877. It crosses the Lamoille River. Anyone with helpful information is asked to contact VSP over in Williston. Now, we are your local election headquarters. It was the Democrats' turn to debate the issues in the Granite State last night, but a recent controversy over the Sanders campaign's access to restricted voter data led the discussion off. Here are some of the highlights. Vermont's own Senator Bernie Sanders was asked the same question by David Muir. Will corporate America love a President Sanders? The senator said, no, I don't think they will. We were in Manchester yesterday for the debate. In addition to gun control, national security, and foreign policy, issues like forwarding the economy and making college more affordable were addressed. We caught up with the chair of the Democratic National Committee and New Hampshire Senator Jeanne Shaheen for their reaction.
Well, I was really proud of all 3 of our candidates. They had a robust and substantive discussion about the future of our country, about their plans for how to continue to move our economy forward, about how they would keep Americans safe.
Hillary accepted his apology, and they all said, now it's time to move on. This is not the big challenge facing the country. The big challenges facing the country are the other issues they talked about.
Secretary Clinton won the debate. The latest CBS poll has Hillary Clinton as the favorite in Iowa, while Senator Bernie Sanders still holding an advantage in the Granite State. Now, Republican presidential candidate Chris Christie is taking a shot at Hillary Clinton for her statement in that debate. Clinton said that, quote, we are where we need to be in the fight against ISIS. Christie, who campaigned today in Manchester, believes the former Secretary of State has earned a new title.
The fact that the former Secretary of State and the architect of the Obama foreign policy says we're where we need to be on ISIS tells you everything you need to know about why it's a failed foreign policy and why she cannot be promoted. She is Secretary Happy Talk.
Now coming up, we are less than a week away from Christmas, but folks in Bristol got a head start on spreading some cheer. We'll show you what's better than a free home-cooked meal and giving back to those who are less fortunate. Plus, lots of you still scrambling to get the most important item on your Christmas shopping list, a tree.
You're watching Local 44 News at 10. Local news that matters to Northern New York, Vermont, and New Hampshire. Local news that matters on Local 44 News.
Welcome back. Dog lovers in Winooski have a new space for their pups to play. The Onion City officially opened its new dog park on West Allen Street. It's 200 by 85 feet. The park includes a fenced-in area for smaller dogs to play, but the city is looking to add more features for dogs and their owners next year.
As we move ahead, we're going to be looking at a water feature, for drinking water for dogs, some benches, possibly some play toys or structures for dogs down the road. But I think we're really going to let the dog owners and users of the park determine that. The
project costs about $31,000 and is paid through Winooski City funds. In Community Matters, a holiday tradition in Bristol is giving people an early boost of Christmas spirit. The Inn at Baldwin Creek hosts a free Christmas dinner and local entertainment. It's a tradition that's 30-plus years in the making. More than 200 community members typically show up, from seniors to young couples and families. And get this, last year volunteers delivered almost 100 meals across the county to people unable to leave their homes.
It's the true spirit of Christmas, where people can come together as a community, share a meal, share the happiness of the season, and visit with their neighbors.
One of the most anticipated events is a visit from jolly old St. Nick himself, who always finds time to stop by and visit with the children in the early afternoon. Now, believe it or not, we are 5 days away from Christmas, but tree farms are still plenty busy, as we found out today. Folks were coming and going all day at White's Tree Farm in Essex. Still searching for that perfect Christmas tree? Well, the farm owner says today was as good as any in terms of revenue. And judging by the crowd we saw this afternoon, he was definitely still busy to the very end.
During the week, it's a little slow, but you hit this weekend right before Christmas, everybody starts getting ready to, oh gosh, we got to get something done for Christmas. We forgot the tree. So we see a lot of folks out here now.
Today will likely be the farm's last day selling its Fraser firs, but if you're one of those last-minute few, no worries. A few other farms are still open in our area this week. Well, the force has awakened, and it's bringing in big bucks. Coming up, how much the most anticipated film of the year raked in at the box office.